Hello, hello, hello. Ladies, gents, boys, girls, welcome along to a Monday night live stream. It has been a while. Quite a while, in fact. So long. Maybe we've almost forgotten how to do this. Hopefully we haven't. Hopefully we're all good. I do... Just very quickly, I'm getting a few messages sent out saying that the live stream is live, all that sort of thing, out on various Discord channels. There we go. It's all set up, good to go. So let's see what we can do here in our first ever race on Le Mans Ultimate at Daytona International Speedway. I've raced here plenty of times in Project Cars 2, in other Project Cars titles. iRacing is the main place that I've done it, also Automobilista 2, but this is my first time actually racing here in Le Mans Ultimate. Obviously, I've done some practice. And yeah, feeling pretty good, feeling pretty strong in the car. So it's it's been nice to jump back in. This is the second live stream that I'm doing since the birth of the little baby, and yeah, all things are going well on that front as well. So let's see what's in store for us. This is the American Endurance Series that we are taking part in. One of the online championships, one of the new online championships here in Le Mans Ultimate. It works rather nicely with our schedule. Pretty decent calendar, as you can probably guess. All American circuits. The first one here in round one is, of course, at Daytona. So, just jumped into the session now. Just going to very quickly load up my setup. Make sure that is all good to go. And we can go ahead and bring up the game as well. So you can all see the chaos that is about to ensue as we're going to get underway with qualifying very, very shortly in the next 20 odd seconds. And we're in the LMP2 cars, as you could probably guess from the thumbnail of the live stream. So let's see how we do. It's a pretty stacked field, as we can see. Only 23 LMP2 cars, so plenty of them. Some very, very fast names in here. Bezier, Gamble, Koenig is another one. Torres is another driver that I recognise. So let's see how we actually end up stacking against all of those drivers. And hopefully we can have ourselves a good clean race. There we go. Getting released. We're a nice distance down the pit lane, and it looks like we are in split one. There's a few drivers as well who have moved around. I know Jardier, I think, has gone over to GT3. Obviously, Booth B is still racing in the GT3 cars. And then I saw that Leon has entered into this series in the LMP2, which is nice. It is a multi-class series. The usual, basically like the European Le Mans series, it's the ELMS LMP2. Then there's LMP3 cars. There's 11 of those, and then 28 GT3s also here in this top split. But the matter at hand is obviously to try and get a good qualifying position. Judging by the pace that I had in practice, we compare that to the laps that people were setting in the 7 PM time slot on last Wednesday, which is the first opportunity for this round to be run. My fastest, or PB so far, would have got us P4, which would have been nice, but there's a couple of drivers who weren't racing in that lobby who likely are racing here tonight. And yeah, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. This Le Mans chicane that we're coming up to now is pretty lethal with how they reprofiled it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, mainly because it is all concrete, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to see, but these exit curves here are absolutely horrendous. It's a lot tighter on the exit than what I'm used to from running the Daytona 24 Hours on iRacing. I know that the circuit has had updates there in iRacing as well to match the latest version of the circuit, but I haven't driven those with that tighter chicane exit, so yeah, it feels a bit strange and a little bit alien to me. I haven't quite 100% got my flow and rhythm through there as of yet, because there's quite a nasty bump on the entry as well, which can also catch you out. So we need to try and get on top of our game. Make sure that we focus and try and minimize the risk going through that chicane in the race, so we don't end up in the wall, which is one of our options here in the poll, asking you guys where do you think we'll finish here in this race. I think a podium's ambitious. Top 5 might be doable depending on where we manage to qualify and how clean we manage to stay throughout the race. But I certainly think a top 10 is certainly on the cards and something that I'm aiming for here in this opening round. Look into the chat. Nicholas, good to see you as well. It has been too long. I do apologise for being absent the last couple of weeks. Well, last week I had to focus on baby duty. It's quite a tough and testing day. Was last Monday, and I was originally planning on live streaming, but because of everything going on, made the decision to obviously spend time with mum and baby to help out there. And then in the weeks prior, been building what I'm sat in now. Because those of you who are on my Discord probably noticed, or probably saw, that I said goodbye to the old rig. I haven't totally said goodbye to it. Parts of it are behind me and out in the hallway and tucked over in the corner of the room, so it's still here, but we are in a new rig, which is nice. So trying to get used to that as well, but I feel like I've got everything pretty much dialed in now. Can we dial ourselves in for a decent qualifying lap? Obviously this, well, we've got one banker lap in, but this is going to be an improvement, but still quite far off the pace. The fastest guys will be mid to high 33s. I'm aiming for low 34s. And of course, Nicholas and the rest of the pit crew, thank you very much for your continued generosity as well. I know I've been very lacking on the content and live streams as of late, but you guys all sticking around and continuing to be a member here on the channel, very, very much appreciated. So massive thanks to you all. It's good to see Charles Whip here as well. I know he's actually racing in the GT3 class, so he's probably busy driving right now, but it's good to see you as well, mate. And also Voodoo as well, thank you very much on the for congratulating us on the mini Yorkie arrival. Thank you very much for the well wishes as well. PC, you too as well. The little one is doing very well, thank you. She's nice and healthy, which is good, and we're kind of just settling into the flow of things. Yeah, indeed she is thriving. Alright, Gamble's immediately in with a 34-0. Not getting anywhere near that, but hopefully we can continue to improve and set some faster lap times. Turn off the music so we can start to focus on our actual laps. See what I mean about the exit that chicane being sketchy as hell. Take them curbs too aggressively. Very easy to send you around. Still, we are making improvements. That's the key thing. Still continuing to find time as well. Not quite broken into the 134s yet. Was stumped by the that Le Mans chicane, otherwise known as the bus stop. Let's see what we can do. That's not good. Because I don't have the fuel at the moment. Be able to make it the rest of the way. I'd like to be starting higher up than this as well. So we're going to have to do some massive fuel saving here. Just so we can get to another lap or so. I mean, we got one more afterwards, but I'd like to, if I can, try and preserve two. I think it's going to be a near impossible task to keep it at that point. And obviously, temperature's going to be dropping out the tyres as well by doing this. Oh, yo. Last minute change going for LMP2? Oh, you madman. It's great fun to be doing around here. I will say that. I'm just going to push here on this lap if it ever comes to a point where, actually no, I do a big fuel save. Go for one last lap, shoot out. There is plenty of time to be found in the car. And if we get, wow, if I get to my PB, then we'll jump up 6-7 positions or so. Which isn't as much as I'd like to be jumping up, but you know what, I don't think I'm actually going to have the fuel for it. No, I'm not. Quali lap with lift and coast. Let's try it. Well, this is a good start, isn't it? Way down the order. Exactly where I don't want to be. Yeah, I'm not going to make it to the end, so I'll probably just practice the pit entry. Even that was horrible. It does look like it wears the rear end more. I should have just stopped. I'm doing even that. I just screwed myself over. Lost the first challenge. Yeah, something like that. Right. Not good. Not good. Yeah, the pit entry was terrible as well.
Go to the grid for a race start.
We'll go brand new tyres. See you in an hour and 30 minutes, Charles. Best of luck to you, mate. Hopefully your race goes well. Hopefully it goes a lot better than mine. Some of these drivers, blimey. A few drivers here that I recognise. There's a few as well in LMP3 that I recognise. Boofby's way down. Blimey. Right, let's see how this goes. Hopefully we can have ourselves a good race here. No, not wets. New mediums. Right, we are all set. Ready for this race. Hopefully we can survive. Keep our nose clean, stay out of any chaos. And it's definitely going to be a race of patience, a lot of fuel saving, so prepare for a lot of lifting and coasting in this. Right, so I'll just stick it on the limiter now. Cruise. At this speed, try not to burn too much fuel. Just because obviously I want to save that. Oh dear. Chaos. Oh my gosh. We are getting absolutely effed here. What is going on?
Green flag, green flag.
Well, that's just absolutely dumb and ridiculous. Getting absolutely screwed over by some people. Now I've somehow got to find a way through everyone and everything. I'm just going to get this done and served straight away. Somehow got track limits. I reckon I've got another drive-through penalty there as well for not slowing down enough. Oh man, what the hell is this race already straight from the off? It's absolutely ridiculous. All because someone spun on the formation lap. Pissing about on the banking. Now, somehow, I've got to try and gain back all this time. Yeah, thought so. Well, I think this is going to be my drop round. Feels like I got a flat spot somewhere as well. Even on these brand new tyres. Daytona always causes chaos. Some form or another always manages to produce chaos. There we go. Actually got slowed down for the line this time. Alright, we are probably going to come out not too far ahead of the leaders. We're going to be pretty much a lap down throughout the entirety of this race. You're already dead. Yeah, well, our race is already done. Second drive through of the race. First one came from some idiot spinning on the formation lap on the banking and then just absolutely bottling any sort of rejoin. Right, drive through now cleared. But yeah, race leaders are now only 6 seconds behind. I'll have fun driving, see what I can rescue in terms of safety rating, because I think the attrition rate of this race is going to be fairly high, considering the nature of the circuit and how easy it is to crash and die here. But yeah, great way to start off the season. What is going on with this bouncing? It feels particularly bad here, a lot worse than it does normally. Dynaco. At least the car's clean. There you go, there's one person who's retired. Does anyone know a keyboard shortcut for adjusting the amount of vertical head bob movement? That seems to be a lot worse than it usually is. I have no idea why. The only thing I can think of is I've hit a keyboard button somewhere along the line that's altered it. Game wanting to do weird things when not tabbing in and out. Oh, someone dying. Got no rear wing. No keyboard shortcut for head physics. Damn. That's a shame because it's changed and it's not comfortable. Excuse me. Oh my god, what is... what was that? That was, terrifying. See if we can stay with this guy on fuel save a bit. Evidently we're not going to be able to. B3 coming up behind us now as well. The shaking and bouncing is horrible. Do apologise for that. I don't know why it's gone that bad, and it's even jittering back and forth a little bit too. Hope it's not because of the new update and just having a lower FPS because of it as well. Ah, Boothby's in a McLaren. Interesting. Different to his usual Porsche. That's a save. What are you doing, game? See if we can start to find a little bit of pace now. Start clawing these guys back, those who are in front of us. Gamble's absolutely flying along 34.3s. He's pushing, going full pelt. He's not fuel saving at all. There's no way he is. Not with those sort of lap times. Colombo's in the pits. I wonder if that's for damage or whether they're retiring. I say the main reason why I'm pressing on is because I want to try and recover a bit of, or minimize the driver rating loss that I'm going to be getting from this. Colombo's in the in-game chat saying good job on holding the line, so I think he's had a moment with some slower class traffic. Well, Colombo's going to need to pit again. There's no way they're going to be able to get to the finish from here. Closing on Wozanowski. It's a shame that the race has panned out how it has, because we've got some fairly good pace here. I mean, we don't have the pace of the race leaders when they're doing their push laps, but we're doing some fairly significant lift and coasting, and we're quite nicely matching those in the top positions. mean, P4 and 5, we're holding them off at 3 to 3.5 seconds. I feel like they have been fighting. There's been a little bit of battling between the two, and maybe some contact has kind of helped contribute to that, but they've not closed in on me at the rate of knots that the top 3 did. Another one in the pits early. Yep, with damage. They're now talking away in chat as well. Frustrated that someone didn't hold the brakes. So they've had an incident. Pale's had an incident. Sat on the exit of turn 1. Looks like they have managed to get going again. This is what I meant by a race of attrition. People going to be having incidents with the traffic. There's a lot of cars here in this race. There's still over an hour to go, an hour and 5 minutes. Just ticked under that. So whilst I think a top 10 is going to be a stretch, we could make a top 15. Which will obviously help reduce some of the rating loss that I'm no doubt going to be enduring from this pretty catastrophic race. Do wish it panned out different from the start. As I said, it feels like I got fairly good pace. Probably would have been able to work my way through the field a little bit, or at least hold myself somewhere reasonably competitive to in the first stint, to push a little bit more in the second. Even though the strategy is going to require us to fuel save all race long, both in this first stint and the second one. I know there or thereabouts on the fuel saving, hitting the marks that we should be. About managing to avoid the chaos. Oh, here's some more. We're still managing to pull away from P4. Yeah, I thought that might have been a bit deep. I got myself a little bit stuck. Ah, it's frustrating. One hour ago, what an eventful half hour that was. How bad are my tyres now? Not great. That's a chunk of time lost to the guys in front. Easy here with this traffic. Oh, dead end in P3. Now was P2 in class as well. Oh my god, what is going on? I'll be real with you, this is the first time that I've properly played, or the first race that I've done with the new update. So obviously I've been seeing the comments from the player base and the community about the state of the game, and it being quite ropey and people not happy with it. And whilst I've been seeing a lot of the social clips online, I haven't actually experienced it for myself firsthand. This is the first time doing so, and I definitely see the step back that the game has taken. since 1.3. Some very unhappy people in the chat. Not our chat in the in-game chat. No, I'm a lap down, but I don't mind actually getting past. Don't do that on the GT3. Poor guy. Oh, there he goes. Always managed to avoid the wall. No, I got two of them coming up behind me, but try and push on here. So I feel like I do have the pace over him. Oh my god. Not sure where that came from. Other than maybe tyres being dead. Tyre pressure on that right rear is fairly high, which isn't surprising because the banking does induce that. Those right side tyres do get worked a fair bit harder. That was all you. Lexus there went deep all by himself. I think they were trying to signal not to pass there, and I was going to sit behind him anyway because I'm lifting and coasting. But in moving about, they ended up blowing the corner. Right, let's see if we can catch these cars up here in front of us. Seeing as they are in the positions that I should be taking, or want to be taking, shall I say. Alright, we're going to have to pit this lap. Looking forward to a fresh set of tyres. Just need a good pit entry. Much better. "57 seconds. Can we do anything about the head vibration?" Did that? Or am I just about to make this worse? Let's try that, see if that helps. I wonder if it's something FPS rate related as well. That was causing the horrible bumpiness. Should be something new and different to how it was before, because it wasn't that bad for version 1.4. Know that much. Just gotta remember we're on cold tyres now. I was not going to behave as well as I would like it to for the first couple of laps. Stay off these curbs. They are deaf when you're on cold tyres. Right, let's see what this second half of the race has in store for us. Hopefully some better luck, less mistakes. Hopefully we can push forward a little bit. Maybe gain a place or two, but we'll see. Obviously, we're quite far spread out at this point. We seem to be catching Pale at a fairly nice rate. However, the rest of the cars up in front from P17 onwards certainly feel well out of touch with what's achievable, unless they have some pretty significantly bad luck. There's actually quite a lot of people up in front who don't even bother changing tyres. I mean, if our tyres were in a better state, managed to actually take care of them, probably would have kept them as they were. Oh dear, Wang's got some damage. Wang's still in the pit lane. He's not moving yet. So, free week going up into P18. Oh, no, he's moving now. So this is going to be fairly close. There they are. Would I like to have moved over there, Corvette? We just about made that. That was a little close and sketchy. Yeah, it was horrendous, though. Absolutely horrendous. How's it going, mate? How are things your end? I cannot brake for this hairpin now. Campsite in Yorkshire. Sounds very nice. Got a little campfire going. Tent all set up. I know what Wi-Fi is. Oh, nice. She behaving, doing what you tell her. Not wandering off. Yeah, we're doing all good this end, thanks, mate. I would like to take my missus camping, but that's not going to happen. Might just about get away with glamping, but even that's a stretch. Fair enough. I'm guessing she wanted one that had proper toilets, showers. Yep. It's always the necessities for a woman. My missus would be the same. Oh, nice. I suppose it's probably a bit too dry and too dangerous to have proper campfire. Although up Yorkshire way, it's probably not as bad as it is down here. Obviously, still not great in terms of dryness. Probably danger of wildfires, but at least from satellite imagery that I've seen recently of the UK, it looks like the north and the northwest of England is definitely looking a lot better than the south and the southeast. Oh, we got held up big time now. Leverhead, like I say, as soon as you reach Stoke and above, it's green again. Okay. Did kind of wonder where the cut-off point was. Hello, Jensen. How's it going, mate? Myself a little bit there. Glad to hear you're doing good. Alice and Mini Yorkie are doing all good, thank you. I say Mini Yorkie, it sounds like it makes it sound like it's a boy. Say Mini Yorkette. There's a little girl that we had. That's quite a bit of traffic up in front. That worked. Let's help us close in on Pale. Nice, comfortable gap to him now for the remainder of the race. Help us close in. Last and not last challenge is all about possible after the start. Yeah. Especially he's going to get held up here. Other incidents mid-race. I had... So I got, obviously, the drive-through for the start, and then got a drive-through for the pit entry, trying to serve that drive-through. And then I've had one spin, but avoiding the wall, and a half spin, which I managed to save not too long ago. I think it was like 20-25 minutes ago, that one. Or within the last 20-25 minutes, shall I say. And there's another one. Oh, and we had one of those on the exit of the corner as well. Sorry. Yeah. And all sorts of things, it seems. It's just a reminder, Jensen. Oh, an MP3 off. What is this? Warping and lagging and all sorts. I thought the car was going to go again. Oh boy! That was probably a mix of mine and his fault. Mine for probably scaring him on the entry, but I felt like he washed into me, which probably a result of me scaring him on the entry. I say, I don't know. I don't know how wide I was there on the exit. I was trying to give him room on the outside, but I don't know how much of that was my fault. Probably a fair amount. So I apologise, like it. Thanks, out. Although I'd maybe delete the comment because I haven't told people what baby's name is. I don't mind some people here knowing. But obviously can't trust everyone on the internet. But I appreciate the message nonetheless. It's just a shame that the race hasn't turned out how I was hoping it would. It is Mini Yorkie. Come on. Yeah, I don't like the layout of the new chicane. The exit is much tighter than it used to be. So you used to, with the old layout, you used to be able to get basically full-on throttle halfway between the first part and the second part of the chicane. Now you have to hesitate a lot in order to make the exit. So usually bang on throttle there, but as you can see, having to just hesitate in order to get it tight and tucked in again. Right, we're going to have to start fuel saving again. So we are tight on fuel now. Hey, buddy, Sim Racing. Yeah, I know the tyre stack is like a stack of bricks. I don't think I'll get the LMP3, but I should get that GT3 before the chicane. He says. There we go. It's going to have to be a last lap attempt. There we go, there's the run. Photo finish. Just about. Oh, just about made the top 15. Right there at the line. Oh, it's warm. Oh. This is what I wanted to see. Hard to judge. I feel like he probably could have held a little bit tighter. I could have been a little bit wider. I think it's 50-50, and it's just really unfortunate that he got spun there with that. No, curb didn't really send him. Well, I think that's just this line. Okay, so he is lifting here on the exit, but I think he's just taken his line, maybe running slightly wider because of me here in the mirror, and then me just being probably not quite far out wide enough. Yeah. He's in the middle of the track at this point, but still going that way, whereas I'm coming this way. It's a convergence of lines here, which is, yeah, just really unfortunate. It's ended up in his car being spun round because he's fully loaded through the corner as the GT3 cars are. And then the slightest bit of contact just ruined any sort of tyre grip that he had. Yeah. Mix of comments. All sorts of stuff going on. Yeah, I'd say it's 50-50. So, like, is it Lyco or Lyco? Apologies, I've forgotten your name already. I'll take a look at the results in a second. But yeah, I apologise on my part for that incident. We did lose ranking. Don't know how much, but it seemed fairly low by the looks of that, which is good. Leica. The Deus. Yeah, apologies. How many points? 270. That's quite surprising. It's not as bad as I thought, but yeah, a lot of quite high rated drivers. E2 kind of saved that, beat some gold 1 and gold 2 drivers here, and all the other drivers who are behind me were also silver 3, and no one in front was silver 2. Yeah, everyone was silver 3. That's such a stacked grid. So that, yeah, certainly helped matters there in terms of not losing too much rating, which makes me happy. This screen is still a little bit broken. He's 61 at the moment, but I'm hoping with that race being as it was, that is going to be my drop round for the season. This is the actual season that we're going to be doing. So Sebring is going to be next week. So we'll be doing that race in a week's time, which I think will be the 1st of September by the looks of things here. Then Laguna Seca, circuit that I've not yet driven here in Le Mans Ultimate. Obviously one of the 2 new circuits that came in the version 1.4 update with the American track pack. And then Imola was there before, Kota as well. I don't know why they... I imagine that's actual GP circuit, not national circuit, but the tiles here, the UI broken. And then Daytona again. Oh. Yeah, I know the GT3s there. They're fully loaded through that corner. It looked like he was maybe a fraction wide, maybe half a car width or so wider than that other lap that we looked, but that was just one other lap that I looked at. I probably should have looked at 3 or 4 others to kind of get a better understanding of the average line that he was taking through that corner. Obviously, there and then in the moment, actually racing, you only come across them once every now and then, and I've been around the outside of a number of GT3s there in the past, both here in LMU and in iRacing, and had no issues. It's just, yeah, sometimes you do get the odd GT3 that does run out wider, because I have had similar incident there in the past before, but it's not like we can dive underneath, not unless we get to the inside before the actual turning point, before the GT3 actually commits to the turn. That's the only time you can really go down the inside as a prototype, or a faster class car, shall I say. So yeah, it sucks. I feel bad because I probably could have given a little bit more room, or been a little bit more cautious. Yep, exactly, Matthias. It's hard for them to change line. You could see that he was trying to. It was feathering and playing with the throttle a little bit, but they can only do that so much in a Lamborghini with all that weight on the rear or in the middle. You lift off too much, you get that lift off oversteer. Either way, let's take a look at this horror of a start. Because this, yeah, really screwed a lot of us over, as you can see. The LMP3s come on through. I'm being told to sit behind the slow car. I'm being told to sit behind this guy, and then of course he goes and spins. And it's just all sorts of fun and shithousery, and then I get a drive through for this point here, saying that I'm speeding, then having to slow down, and I'm trying to obviously stay in line. No, it's just all kinds of messy. So it was Pale who spun. It's not too bad if everyone just sits at the speed that they're doing, but for whatever reason things constantined it up a little bit here. He just went full throttle and then just dropped it. Did he clutch kick? He must have. You just got to not spin the wheels at that point. yeah, caused a huge mess. He's trying to get himself back in position. Did he get a drive-through for the start? I think it did. Doesn't look like it. Oh, no, yeah, he did. There's Sim 7 here. Okay, well, at least he got a drive-through as well. But yeah, it just stay at a constant speed. Don't do tyre warming on the banking. Bad idea. Really bad idea. Pardon me. Alright. Yeah, I was out of contact there. There's a rafter there. We had apparently a slight bump with. Also, this guy. Apparently there was contact there. That was kind of contact-esque. Trackside being brushes with the walls. So a whole bunch of contact at the start here. Oh my god, the GT3s. Oh my god, Boothby's incidents. Yeah, that caused absolute mayhem. Oh, this is ridiculous. And then obviously they gotta be so careful getting rolling again, because of everything else that's going on. Well, the netcode has gone back to what it was, supposedly. But this is people being stupid and trying to warm tyres on the banking, and then spinning up the tyres and spinning. Okay. Yeah, it did get swapped back, but yeah, as Matthias says, the servers are still... Or they're gone back to... I guess internal run servers? Or another provider? Servers are stupid expensive. I can't remember how much they were, or that we were looking at Project Cars. Internal run solve is an old API. Alright, gotcha. But yeah, server cost these days for developers is crazy money. That was death. cancel there in the rearview mirror for this guy. Did he get punted? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I did work on project cars, yeah. 2, 3, and 4 before it got cancelled. But yeah, it was something crazy. I think it was like... I'm trying to remember how much it was. I think it was like either like 300-400 quid. It was either a day or a week, something like that. The kind of quotes that we were getting back, thinking how much money was... or how much data transfer there would be, predicting kind of like how many numbers of players, how much they'd be playing, all that sort of thing. It's quite hard to obviously guesstimate and simulate, but yeah, a ridiculous sort of running costs for a developer that it's quite different to having your own dedicated server. It's a lot cheaper for players versus trying to do official stuff. More data, yep, exactly. Well, it depends on the optimization of the servers, depending on how good they are. There are some very good providers out there. But yeah, it was some kind of ludicrous pricing. Just for the regular running costs of the servers, and these are like officially run servers, so like officially hosted ones as well. If you're allowing players to create ones off the top of that, quite a bit more. Oh, was that the tap that killed Masood? No, it's all right there. Yeah, all sorts of incidents and craziness. Good racing there by those guys. Either way, that is going to be it for this evening. It's a bit of a shame that the race wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be in terms of positions. Nonetheless, it was kind of still entertaining. It was nice to get back in the rig and get driving again. And yeah, hopefully next week will go a lot better. The Sebring circuit that I know, I like, and enjoy. And yeah, we should be getting back to the usual sort of streaming schedule of streaming once a week. They will be on Monday evenings, 7 PM UK time. So at the moment, obviously, we're in British summertime, but once we kind of get to, I think it's like late October, it will switch back to regular GMT. So rather than being GMT +1, just GMT 0. But yeah, so we should get back with the regular content on that. Maybe at points throughout various different weeks I might be able to get out a video or two depending on the video. There are some videos that I need to do in the coming weeks. Hopefully I can get round to doing those. Maybe get some time over the weekend to do a little bit of work for them. And yeah, we should hopefully be getting back into the swing of things, of starting to get into the swing of things with the baby as well, which is good. And we're sleeping fairly well, which is also nice. But either way, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully next week will go a lot better. Hopefully you yourselves have a good week, and I look forward to seeing you probably on Monday. There may be a surprise video beforehand if I can find the time to get it done, but it's unlikely. It's looking like a busy week this week. So yeah, until the next time, have fun, stay safe.